Starbucks founder made it to success starting with little to nothing. Welcome back guys once again to our channel Lux Auto. Starbucks is not just about coffee, and in today's video we'll see the inspiring journey of Starbucks. Let's begin. The moment that changed it all. Schultz was brought up in the world in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York. Schultz grew up in a housing complex that was public as the son of two parents who had dropped out of high school. It was in this, according to Schultz, that he had one of the most formative experiences of his life. After being wounded on the work, Schultz's father was found laying on the seat with a cast on him from his hip to his ankle when he was 7 years old. Schultz told the graduates at Arizona State University in 2017 that he was a child, near about 7 years old, when he had the defining moment of his life. After seeing his father in such a lethal condition, he saw just not his father, but also the American dream fractured. He had witnessed his parents go through despair and hopelessness, and those daunting memories he carries with him until now. On the other hand, Schultz's mother urged him to get an education so that he could have more opportunities. As a result, he received an athletic scholarship to North Michigan University, but he chose not to participate in sports at all. Schultz worked a variety of freelance work while in school and after graduation. He started working as a bartender and sometimes even sold blood to help pay for college. Schultz ended up working at a ski lodge in Michigan in the department of sales at Xerox and at a warehouse company called Hamperlast after graduation. Then he came across Starbucks. The concept of coffee. Starbucks was a coffee roaster first and then a coffee shop second, all through the 1970s and much of the 1980s. However, when Schultz joined Starbucks in the early 1980s, he had already become convinced that the company could accomplish what apparently seemed an impossible goal: remaining premium while also becoming widespread. Like some other region chains and Pete's, Starbucks was never expected to stay small, according to Schultz. Schultz actually left Starbucks for a short time in the mid-80s since he couldn't persuade the company's pioneers that the corporation had the potential to become more than just a coffee roaster. After purchasing the company from its founders in 1987, Howard Schultz set out to make Starbucks the third place. There's a concept known as the third place between home and workplace. It's a place for people to relax and unwind. Something is soothing about placing an order for a good coffee cup and being motivated to work while sitting in the shop. Starbucks is also a great way to meet up with some friends, grab a bite to eat, and unwind in a comfortable chair while listening to some recent music. Therefore, Starbucks delivers a cultivating experience. It's cool, smooth, and immersive. The staff is friendly and the coffees have interesting names. Starbucks expanded from 1,886 to 16,680 locations between the years 1998 and 2008. Schultz transformed the chain from a concept to a completely new type of establishment that had never existed previously, not just restricted to coffee. Starbucks has over 27,300 locations in 75 countries. In 2017, the chain disclosed total profits of $22.4 billion, with a market capitalization of $84 billion. In addition, Schultz is estimated to have a net worth of around $3 billion. Whereas Schultz's management has been characterized by his ongoing focus on social issues, particularly after going back as CEO in 2008 after a period as chairman, his governance has also been labeled by his continuous support to the company's growth. Schultz has recommended people not to make donations to the electoral candidates until the government dealt with the national debt in 2011. He led the Race Together campaign in 2015 to combat police abuse and discrimination. Schultz says he wasn't running for political office despite the guidance and support of others. Schultz's political factions have stepped up even more in the last year. Schultz made his first public endorsement of a candidate in September 2016 when he supported Hillary Clinton for the head of state. He expressed the desire to resign as CEO in December and said he would instead divert his attention to Starbucks' social missions as chairman. Ever since he slammed Trump's effort to ban refugees from entering the US, printed about national identity in the Financial Times after white supremacists gained strength in Charlottesville, and initiated the second season of Upstanders, a show that celebrates people who make a difference in people's lives and their communities. He said that the team at Starbucks began to get quite worried about the, quote, abuse, the absolute despise, and the loss of respect in American culture a year and a half ago, at the time of the campaign season, Schultz said at a recent event publicizing Upstanders. He further said that they are, and we are aware that there's a different story to be told. There are numerous tales to be told, and these stories can be found in every town, city, and state across the United States, end quote. Schultz has come a long way from a working-class Brooklyn childhood towards becoming a billionaire executive, and provided the work he does, it seems like this is just the beginning. So what message do you take away from this inspiring journey of Starbucks? Please let me know in the comments section below.